Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Business Today program come back to see you again, and Mr. Sam Sambat is our speaker. Many show already, but today he talk about placement. The placement is the P number 4. P number 4 of the strategic piece. Normally in marketing strategy we have 8P now, but now we talk about 4P. And then before we come to the show, I have a short discussion with Mr. Sam Sambat, our speaker. Have 5 factors for placement. Number one is location. Number 2 is channel. Number 3 logistic. Number 4 is payment. Number 5 geography and demography. Okay, Bong Sambat, please you explain about the placement in P number 4 of strategic P, please.
Okay, thank you so much to have me in this program once again. Actually, today we talk about placement. Placement, normally we look into 2 things. We're talking about placement for a distribution company, and we talk about placement for the service company, or what we call is a non-physical product company, or the physical product distribution. So when we're talking about the non-physical product or the service industry, I think the first important thing is about location, because let's say when you want to open a coffee shop, you want to open a gas station, the restaurant, the grocery shop, the drink shop, or whatever it is about what we call something like the retail business. You need to be very, very careful on the location. And when I teach to the entrepreneurs, I told them that you need to ask 4 questions about location. So the first question is, do you manage to get a good location? If the answer yes, the location is good, the next question is the rental period is long enough? If the rental period is good enough, if the answer is yeah, it is long enough, so okay, that is fine. So you go for the next question. Is the owner is good? The owner is quite a good guy. It's very convenient to deal with, very easy to talk. Okay, that is fine. Why we need a good owner? Because sometimes when you rent a place, you need to modify, you need to do decoration. Maybe you need to hack away this wall. You need to build this, you need to build that, you need to remove this, you need to install this. Because some house owner or location owner, they have a very tough requirement. Something like if you take it out when the rental is finished, you have to put it back. But some owner say it's okay as long as you can rent me 5 years. As you move, you just move away. Then whatever I want to do, I will do it myself. So this is how the difference between the owners. And some owners, are complaining a lot, but some owner is really nice guy. So that is why we're looking for a nice owner. And as we talk this program, we want to encourage, or we want to motivate other owner to be nice people, because business people that are running your place, they really facing a lot of difficulties. So try to provide them a convenience, that they rent your place. Because when people rent your place, you wish they grow their business, they make profit at your place. Because when they run the business at your home or your building, and the business is growing, they are making profits, it is also lucky for your place, right? for your homes. Okay. So the last question is, how good is the rental? Okay. Yeah. Or maybe we can get a very, very cheap rental. Something like neighboring, they rent the same size, they pay $2,000 a month. We only paying $1,700 a month, something like that. So that you should get a good price, because once someone rent 2,000, you only rent 1,700. That means you already making a beneficial gain of $300 a month. Okay, or consider like you already save $300 a month. So your expense is less. Let's say if people break even, you are making $300 profit. Okay, so this is the thing that you should look into when you decide to choose a location to run the retail business or the shop or the restaurant or coffee shop. The next thing is for the physical product distribution company. Okay, yeah. Either you produce your distribution yourself, or you produce and then you engage the distributor to do it. You have to look into ways of distribute your product into the market. Normally there are many ways. Okay, some factory they produce, they sell directly to the end user by themselves. Okay, they don't go through wholesale, they don't go through retail, they don't go through agent. Okay, they do something like they create something look like a multi-level marketing. So they do directly to the consumer. But some company they do from A to Z. That means they engage distributor, the distributor selling to the wholesale selling to the retail, then the retail selling to the consumer. The whole process, okay, to have their product to the market. But some company they only sell to the wholesale. Some company they take the wholesale away. They don't sell to the wholesale. They sell to the retail. So whatever you choose, there's no right, there's no wrong. Okay, it's up to you. Okay? It's up to you. And then sometimes this way work for you, but it doesn't work for the others. And also the other difference is about the profit margin. Sometimes a certain company they have more profit or higher profit margin than us. That is why they can go through many levels. But for us that having little margin, maybe we just go to one or two level to make sure that we just give a certain percentage to one or two people. Okay, so this is basically about the channel. I just talked a little bit of the channel as well, that be nature. Okay, be nature, because something like if you have a lot of water to flow, then you need a river. Okay, if you don't have that much of water, you just need a small river. Okay, that is why the decision lies on yourself to choose what channel that you want to distribute your product. Okay. The third thing is about logistic. Okay, logistic. You need to handle logistic properly. For example, campaign, we produce locally, but it doesn't mean like we produce locally, we don't bring the thing from outside. We import a lot. Okay, we produce locally, but we import a lot. So what we import? We import raw material. Okay, so when you import the raw material from all over the world, you need to have your logistic system, your logistic management. It has to be well managed. Otherwise, you will all the time running short of the raw material. You have this. Let's say your product need 12 raw material to produce. You only short of one raw material, you cannot produce. Okay. Everything will get stuck. So the next thing is when you produce already, you have the finished good. and raw material, pack material in your warehouse, you need to manage properly. Because when you manage your item, your goods, your product, you have to manage by the way that it is moving. Okay? Because the product, you have slow moving, you have medium moving, you have fast moving. Okay? So when you place order, you have to order proportionately. You have to place order proportionately. What I mean proportionately, I mean is that when the thing is slow moving, maybe you order 10%. When it is medium moving, you order roughly about 30%. When it is fast moving, you order about 60%. So when it is move out or it sell out to the market, it will move proportionately. Then when it comes to a time of placing order, then you can order proportionately. However, it's not like all the times it move equally. Sometimes maybe this picking up a little bit, this item is slowing down a little bit. So your warehouse management, you need to have a good calculation formulation. Normally, in average, we look into a certain week's calculation to find an average per week. So when you place order, you need a number the week that you want the product to be in your warehouse. So when you fix that numbers a week by using the certain week's average, then you place order. I think basically you're doing the thing right. Finally, in logistic management, you need to do your stock in the market, or in English we call it market pressure. You don't just simply push your product into the market. You have to be very carefully, because when the product into the market, you have to make sure that the shop can sell or not. Some retail, some shop cannot sell, but because you run the promotion, then they see okay, if they buy, they will make a benefit, they will make a profit from that. They just place order, they pay you, but that by the end, then they ask to return the product to you. They say no, I cannot sell because at that time I ordered so many, and now can you help me to return? So do not just try to push too much or too many products to the market. Make sure that you sell in small quantity, and you try to grow your market step by step. Don't try to push so much from the beginning. Number 4, I think the fourth thing for your business to serve to your customer, to grow your business in terms of placement, in terms of serving your customer, is about payment method. Okay. Payment method, maybe you can think some people, they're buying cash. Okay, you don't have to worry as long as your product is good, your price is good, and they pay you cash. But some customers, you need to sell them on credit. Okay, maybe they need 2 weeks credit, 1 month credit, 45 days credit, something like that. So when people need credit, you need to have your credit management. You have to have your credit policy. What is the term? What is the limit that you set for that? Another one, I think, about payment, because we have to know that the market itself, that market is quite a big market. We grow our economy by increasing, by giving credit to people, and also other people grow the business by giving credit to us. Something like we buy a land, we get loan from the bank. We buy a car, we get loan from the what we call the leasing company, something like that. Okay, So no matter how, sometimes we offer credit to people, sometimes people offer credit to us. So when we offer credit to people, we become the creditor, and people become our debtor. And then when people offer credit to us, we become the debtor, they become the creditor. So the market are full of creditors and debtors. It is either our turn or someone else's turn. But definitely we have to be very good in managing that, because otherwise we cannot grow our business. Because if you don't know how to handle credit, you cannot grow your business as you want. Number 5, okay, the last one is about geography and the demography. Cambodia consists of 25 cities and provinces. When you have product, of course, everybody just aiming at having our product in the whole country, or we call it nationwide. But be sure, like, okay, you have a big aim, you have a big goal, but you need to go step by step. Step by step. You have to decide. You have to make the right decision. Maybe you can firstly start with Phnom Penh, and then once you can run Phnom Penh very well, you look into other province. Probably after Phnom Penh, you may look into Kampong Cham. It takes you 3 months or 6 months, to manage Kampong Cham very well, and then you move to the next province, to the next province, to the next province. It may take you 5 years to have your product all over the countries. Don't rush, okay? But some people are so rational. They ask like, hey, come on, this brand, this product, they just launched, but now they have their product everywhere in the market. So when you are a small company, don't compare yourself to the big company, okay? Because the big company, they invest a lot. They invest in their manufacturing plant, they invest in distribution, they invest in the infrastructure. They have a lot of people to handle their product, their distribution. But to us, we have limited resource. We have few people, we have few thousands of dollars, we have limited fund. So don't rush. As long as you move it right, you make it right, you will slowly grow. And business, when we start to run the business, we aim of the business, we want the business to last hundreds of years. So taking you 5 years or 10 years to cover everything in the market, it's not that long. Yeah, it's not that long. Okay, so let me just summarize a little bit of placement. Okay, placement, that means how to have your service or your product being distributed or served to your end consumer or end users. There are 5 areas that we should look at. The first one that is so important for the service industry is location. The second one for the physical product distribution is about channel. We may have distributor, we may have wholesale, we may have retail, or we can sell directly to the end user as well. Number 3 is about logistic. Logistic, you have to look into how you import the product from other country, or you import the raw material from other country, from all over the world. How you manage your inventory in your warehouse, how you manage your product that you already distribute into the market. You have to look in these 3 things all the times. Number 4 is about payment. Remember that it's not all the product you sell you can get cash. Sometimes you need to offer credit, sometimes you need to do mortgage. Okay, okay. So that is about payment. And the last that I just mentioned is about geography and demography. When we decide to distribute our product, to increase our distribution coverage, we need to make sure like we decide the right area, the right province, we want our product to go to the province. We're having people who can afford to buy our product, and then so that we can make sure that our product is well distributed and there's a takeoff. That means people buy it, use it, okay, and then there is a repeat of order, okay. So we don't face problems of product defects or product return. So basically it's about all, and thank you very much for this program on what we call is the placement, and see you next time.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sambat, that sharing in English version about placement is P number 4 in strategic P, and the next show we will talk about tactical P.
The 4 tactical P.
We also have 4 tactical P. We can say like price, promotion, physical evidence, and process. Please wait for watching next show. Thank you very much. We would like to say goodbye.
Okay, good luck.